Good evening and welcome. My name is Tien Brown and I'm a student currently studying at Herzing University. Right now I'm pursuing my bachelor's in the nursing field so that later on in life I can teach students about topics like the one I'm going to discuss here this evening. This evening I would like to discuss a disease that is still to this day impacting not only this country but many countries around the world. The disease is the human immunodeficiency virus and the acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Yes, that's HIV and that's AIDS. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a disease with no prejudice. It affects people of all ages, all races, and all ethnic groups. It is a disease that will kill you. It is a disease with no cure. Anyone can contract HIV or AIDS. The determining factor is whether or not you're going to live the lifestyle to protect HIV or AIDS. How do we contract HIV or AIDS? There are several ways, ladies and gentlemen. Through sexual intercourse, either oral, vaginal, or anal. You can catch it through sharing needles if you're a drug addict. Those people that get tattoos, for all you tattoo lovers, if the needles are not cleaned and sterilized properly, that's another way you can contract it. A mother can give it to her unborn child. A mother can give it to a child that she's breastfeeding. Let's go back. What is HIV, ladies and gentlemen? HIV is a virus. It's a virus, and what it does, it attacks our CD4 lymphocytes in our body. These particular lymphocytes are used to protect us from infections. For a normal person, they're called T cells. Your T cell count is where they determine whether or not you have HIV or you have AIDS. For a person with HIV, once their immune system has been totally depleted, their T cell numbers have dropped drastically, they are then diagnosed as a person with AIDS. This disease doesn't have a cure. However, a person with HIV, if once they find that they have the disease and they start on their antiviral medications and they live a good, clean life from that point, they can live long and healthy lives. Unfortunately, once you get to the stage of having full-blown AIDS, you just get sicker and you die. The reason there's so many people contracting HIV or AIDS these days is because there are over 350,000 people in this country and around the world that don't know they have this infection. One of the reasons they don't know is because this disease is masked. It's masked, and most people think, I just have the flu. And the reason they think they have the flu is because a lot of the symptoms are the same. You'll have a fever. You'll have fatigue. You'll lose weight. Your glands will swell up. Most people get sore throats and they get colds, their glands swell up. Unfortunately, people look at this and they say, I have the flu. So they don't bother to go get tested. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, it's a sad series because it's transmitted and people are continuing to die. Like I said earlier, there's no cure. The only thing we can do to protect ourselves is to make sure that we live a life that does not put us in that risk category. To make sure that we know what we're doing to be sure that we're not doing the things we should not do. Ladies and gentlemen, from the time of this epidemic starting, as you can see on this chart behind me, in 2000, there was over 200,000 people diagnosed with HIV or AIDS. It continued over into 2004. There was 450,000 people diagnosed with HIV or AIDS. And as you go on, the numbers go up, 532, 604, 813. Currently, in the year of 2012, young people, this country has over 1 million people diagnosed with AIDS or HIV. Since this epidemic started back in the 1980s, we've lost 500,000 people to this disease. It's a sad state of affairs, ladies and gentlemen. This is a disease that we can stop. But the people that have to stop it are us. In conclusion of what I'm saying to you this evening, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say HIV is not prejudiced to who it infects. But we as a people can be prejudiced against it. In essence, what I'm trying to say, get tested, get educated, and please be safe. Thank you for your attention, ladies and gentlemen, and you have a good evening.